What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And guys, on today's video I will show you very interesting news. I will show you quite interesting details that were disclosed back in 2024, I believe, and that led to quite interesting questions to a lot of community members who doesn't have any immunity at all, and you can ask them about these updates. On top of that, I will show you a very important update about S1 statement and how it can or cannot be effective, and I will show you, well, not the perfect explanation why I don't believe to N Wonders tool anymore, and this is a crucial point of today's video. So, and guys, while you are still fighting, my students are making money on the market, and if you want to do the same, you can use my risk-free 100% money-back guarantee offer. And to accept this offer, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel and join my Patreon account. And guys, this is the post that I wrote on January the 30th. It is a public post that you can find on my Patreon. It is pretty much all trade alerts that I made from December the 1st to January the 30th. These are the results of these alerts. You can see that all of the trades were in profit except this one on December 19th. TRWV hit a stop loss order, and we've lost about 1.33% on this trade, but all other trades are in green. That is why you can use these trades in your personal trades as a part of your due diligence. So guys, you've seen many of my trade calls, all delivering strong returns in just hours. Now it's your turn to trade smarter. Join my Safe Haven Patreon tier, built for traders who want consistency, structure and real results. You will get a detailed plan to protect your portfolio, monthly one-on-one Zoom sessions with me and private Discord access with all trade alerts, lessons and exclusive updates. And here is the best part. If you don't earn more than your subscription price within 30 days, you will receive a full refund, no question asked, as long as your trading account balance is at least $2,500 and you've taken all the recommended trades during the period. No excuses, no fine print. You profit or you don't pay. Join today and let's start building your edge in the market. So, and let's begin with this news that, that was published by Junk Savvy just 9 hours ago. She wrote, "Good to know, Chairman, the MMTLP Army will remember your words when the time comes to enforce SEC 15C3-3 and Reg SHO close-out requirements. You know, enforcing the law. By the way, how is NBH's S1 coming? Your agency wouldn't be slow rolling the longest pending S1 in history. Again, would it, Paul? MMTLP." And guys, she's talking about the S1 statement that I covered several videos ago, and according to SEC's rules, it has to be effective within, let me quote you this first of all. S1 wrote, "Today is 20 days since the NextBridge Hydrocarbons S1 amendment was signed on a Friday. It was filed on Edgar on the Monday after. If the SEC have no further comment, the S1 can become effective after 20 days. This is the rule that should be implemented to our saga. But let me first of all quote to this. A further Del AM filing by NextBridge Hydrocarbons has given a company the power of the actual time and date of the S1 being made effective. NBH will have to post a further filing on Edgar to inform of effectiveness. This may be with or without a share price attached." And guys, I showed you that document S1 statement, and it is pretty much a blueprint of an intentions. It is some kind of letter of intention, because we don't have any prices of any share prices that were mentioned right there, and that is why we cannot rely on this letter of intention as the real S1 document. On top of that, guys, we have to be professional, and I told you multiple times that we have to know the rules, how certain rules might be applicable to our case. And this is the statement from Ocelot. He definitely knows what is he talking about, and he wrote, wrong, 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 in response to the S1, that S1 should be effective within 20 days from the date when it was published. So, registration statements become automatically effective under Section 8A after 20 calendar days. However, issuers add clauses to their registration statement that prevent the automatic effectiveness from happening. This is so the issuer can respond to any and all staff comments, because if a registration statements become automatically effective, and the SEC staff has additional comments for the issuer can be exposed to massive liability or a stop order. All very bad. The delaying amendment prevents all this. But where Sam is entirely wrong is that this doesn't mean that at the 20-day mark it goes automatically effective if there are no staff comments. Instead, I will sit until the SEC declares it effective. Lastly, prices isn't included in a notice of effectiveness. Why? Pricing details, underwriter discount or relevant here because it's best effort, commission and proceeds come in the 424B, which is filed after notice of effectiveness. By the way, is Sam ever right about anything? And guys, definitely, well, we have this rule, but it was misconception to use this rule in our case. That is why, guys, I encourage you to be professional. I encourage you to, well, to read the rules and to do your own due diligence rather than to repost any comments from the Twitter accounts. On top of that, let me show you a very important tweet that was published on September 15 of 2024, more than a year and a half ago. And it was published by Anna Trades, and she wrote this: Drew, so you won't be at a loss. These are messages I sent to John Burda on March 21st of 2023. As you can see, I played the recording for Curtis and J.R. Ewing prior. And guys, this is a real bombshell. Let me quote you these statements. As you can see, it is a screenshot when Anna sent to John Burda this information. Hi John, one more thing. I recorded my calls with my contact in Congress. She informed me that Ralph Norman's office was reaching out to brokerages on behalf of their constituents. She said that some of the investors in South Carolina had been given money for their shares by the brokers after. She's waiting to reach my brokers until she has a better understanding. Sorry for reaching you directly, but I just feel that my connection at Congress is really wanting to help us. Best wishes, Anna. And John Burda responded, that's great info. I wonder who paid and how much per share was paid. The next screenshot. I'm happy, again, Anna wrote, I'm happy to let you or your counsel hear the recordings, if it would be helpful in any way. I played them for Curtis and J.R. Ewing, but haven't shared with the whole MMTLP community. I also didn't share publicly the information my contact in Congress said regarding the South Carolina investors getting money put in their accounts from the brokers. Guys, it is a real bombshell. Did Anna Trades knew about about the so-called partial settlement for certain shareholders? If so, guys, and she has all the evidence, and all the evidence also was represented to Curtis, to J.R. Ewing and John Burda, why in the world they didn't do anything with this information? Let me quote you further. So, my goal is to protect my relationship with my source in Congress and feed her information. I'm hopeful she will comprehend the importance and urgency in the situation. This is also much bigger than anything one can imagine, and I feel strongly that our government must step in before the problem gets to a point of no return, if it's not already there. Thank you again for fighting this with us. I am very hopeful that MMTLP will be the catalyst for change. All CEOs would do well to take notes from your playbook. Next screenshot is pretty much the answer of John Burda. Very good. I will let Wes know, and thanks. So guys, this statement means that Wes Christian also knows about this fact that some shareholders were paid by broker-dealers. So we have plenty of people without any immunity who knew about this and who didn't do anything with this information. Next one, let me show you further. This is the tweet that was written by Due Diligence, and I believe for now he deleted this tweet, but it is just for information. I respectfully ask these questions of Anna Trades. Hi Anna, I'm a bit lost here. If a year and 4 months ago you were told by Ralph Norman's office that brokers were giving people money, why on earth did you not report that back to the community one time? And why is it that not one person reported that their broker gave them or even offered to give them money? And here's the big one. If Norman knew that brokers were giving shareholders money, why would he go onto Bo News podcast and lambast the CEOs instead of saying, I understand that some brokers gave their clients money? And to me that screams of the need for further transparency. So guys, and this is a real bombshell, because I tried to find another evidence that some shareholders received payments from the broker dealers, and I had this information in some of my plenty of videos that I made for the last several years. Unfortunately I didn't find it, but I also remember the story when some people contacted to another person in Twitter, and this person told, publicly stated that it was a settlement for certain shareholders who signed an NDA agreement in order to receive this money. And if they breach this agreement, they will be forced to give this money back to broker dealers. That is why no one, literally no one, disclosed this information, and that is why the majority of MMTLP shareholders are still fighting for their rights. And let me show you that Scott wrote in response to this tweet of Anna Trades, also wrote, if Congressman Ralph Norman interceded and some people were paid, as has been alleged by a few people, and point to some 21st March of 2023 emails to John Burda, I'd really like to know when, how much, what broker, and why they were selected. Somebody get a FOIA to Norman's office. Contact me via DM for help. And the rest of you who have any balls, contact whatever broker dealer you used to ask about this via email or message center. This will help my case and any class action that it may morph into. And this statement was also made on September 15th. And guys, under this statement of Anna Trades, we have plenty of comments. Where did you wrote? Well, now that the information is public, do you know how much they were paid per share? Did they also get to keep their shares? And Anna responded, no, she did not disclose how much per share. I believed we would trade again, so I didn't pursue it. Also, the people I shared it with obviously didn't feel it was that important. Guys, how this information could be not so important for MMTLP shareholders? Every one of you deserve to know the real status of the MMTLP shares. And we know that unfortunately Greg McCabe, with his most recent intention to sell some additional shares of MMTLP to some so-called private shareholders and to dilute existing MMTLP shareholders, these new MMTLP shareholders will receive additional rights for their shares. And it is quite unusual to see this type of actions from the board of directors who, these actions are breaching the fiduciary duty. And yes, unfortunately we have this information long time ago, but we didn't use it properly. On top of that, guys, let me show you quite interesting tweet from Ann Vandersteel. She wrote this tweet 15 hours ago in response to Zing's tweet that he wrote just a couple of days ago. And Zing wrote, MMTLP, interesting moment from yesterday's hearing. Paul Atkins said he wasn't familiar with Trump media. Yet in this clip from the Charles Penn show, he discusses MMTLP. And Ayn Wander still responded, the amount of money that could be used for MAGA locked up in this criminal conspiracy led by FINRA and the SEC is unfathomable. I would only the POTUS would demand a total share count from SEC Chairman Paul Atkins. The goodwill spans over 100,000 strong. Guys, again, there is no 100,000 MMTLP shareholders. The last and the most obvious and the most well-known number is 65,000 shareholders. This is misleading information, and unfortunately, guys, I'm upset about the most recent updates that were made from Ayn Wanderstill's side. And this is one of the facts that she doesn't use the proper facts in her statements, and about the conspiracy theory and the mind-boggling amount of money that was stolen from MMTLP shareholders. Guys, if you bought your shares, any amount of your shares for certain price, the amount of money you spent is simple number of your shares multiplied by the price. It is quite obvious. And guys, even if we calculate the total market cap of MMTLP shares with its highest price of about $12.5, and if we multiply this number by 165 million shares, in best case scenario, it will be just $2 billion. But if we multiply the price of about $3 by 165 million shares, it will be less than 500 millions of the total market cap of next bridge hijack of MMTLP. And guys, you cannot rely on the screenshots that was represented by Timeless team with the $200,000, because it is, for now, it is just rumors. We don't have any evidence that these prices were the real prices for MMTLP shares. I would like to see this as a real prices, but in this case, it is not a real deal prices. At the same time, guys, let me show you that unfortunately, I have even more questions to Ayn Wanderstill, because right below this tweet that she wrote 15 hours ago, I found this one. She responded to Sasha Latipova tweet, and Sasha Latipova wrote, all pediatricians know that they murder and maim kids with vaccines. Every single one of them knows. You think that Jeffrey Epstein was evil? Well, your pediatrician is far worse. Guys, this statement is, it is a conspiracy theory, but the most mind-boggling answer is from Ayn Wanderstill herself. She wrote, the false hope bestowed upon the medical profession is far worse than any Holocaust. Guys, do you want to be represented by this person who makes these type of statements? And just yesterday, not yesterday, but 2 days ago, she made this statement. Another conspiracy theory about the chemical trails from aircrafts. Guys, how in the world this person might represent the community with these type of statements, if she mislead in her statements about the number of shareholders, if she pursue some kind of conspiracy theories about the vaccines, and it is it is pure nonsense to tell that vaccines are killing people in the world. It is the most effective way how the mankind save and preserve their population. That is why, guys, Ayn Wanderstill, in my opinion, discredited herself with this type of statements, and that is why she will not be taken seriously in our case as well. So I think it is sad news, but it is what it is. See you in the next video. Bye.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad.